reading is when you are reading for yourself and nobody's actually interfering with you in a way. Guided reading is when you're being taught to read. Guided reading is part of learning to read, so that's a different thing. We have to always remember that we want children to be able to read on their own, but in the early stages with guided reading, that's when we are teaching them to read, and that's an important distinction to be made.
Find the title page for me.
Learning support teacher Jo Goodwin starts by introducing her guided reading group to a book, Poles Apart.
They found each other, and after they was feeling hot in the hot country.
Some of these readers from Princess May Primary, Hackney, have limited English. Others have complex special needs.
This little book is about this little animal here and this little animal here. Who can tell me what the animals are? It's looking at titles, it's looking at reading blurbs, it's looking at the picture on the front cover, it's discussing all those things. Georgie, do you know what the other animal is called?
Walrus and penguins.
Thank you, good boy. This one's the walrus and this one's the penguin. Well done. It's perhaps putting up words that they may encounter that they may not know, and it's discussing those words first and foremost. What do you think it is?
It shows you the way.
Oh, it does too. Good boy. It's called a compass. Okay, it's a compass. And it does show you the way because it tells you where things are when they're north, south, east and west. Okay? And sometimes people use a compass when they're going places. Nowadays, lots of people use what's called a sat-nav. And then
Jo Goodwin then discovers what they already know about the topic.
What do you think a pole is?
A pole is where the penguins live, but polar bears live on top of there.
Oh, that's good thinking. I use a lot of concrete materials for them to actually understand specifically the types of objects that they might be reading about, or animals, whatever it might be. Now this animal is called a mammal, and this animal has something on it. We've got, what have we got? We've got hair, and mammals also have hair or fur. I try to put the children into groups where they have similar abilities. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are the same age.
Gauging the correct level of book for the group when reading independently can pose a challenge.
It's probably a good idea to start with a book that you think might be just at a fairly easy level for the children, so that they feel confident at that stage. And gradually you'll be able to increase the demands of the book.
Jo Goodwin often devises her own reading support materials to help her pupils navigate the text.
These little things here are to help you when you're reading the story. What they're there for is to help you remember where the animals went. Who would like the penguin? Who would like to write down the penguin's journey? Thank you. And this is the walrus's journey. Who wants to write down the walrus's journey? Thank you. Anybody else? Mehmet, do you want the penguin? You've got the choice, penguin or walrus. You've got the penguin and you've got the walrus. When you read about where they went to next, you can write it down into the next box. Is that right? So you can remember where they went. Right, would you like to turn over? What you could do is write down the place where they started from and write down all the places they went to as they went. All right? And what happened in the end of the story was that they ended up right back where they started. So this is a circular story. It goes round in a circle. And this is called a circle of events. Okay, it's the things that happened.
Good down.
Making sure a child doesn't end up where they started, but instead moves on with their reading, is the goal of guided reading.
It needs to be sufficiently easy, but not too easy for them, so that it's not a complete challenge. And they need to be motivated in some way to actually enjoy what they're reading, be it through pictures that you produce or other artefacts that you produce as well. So you're actually scaffolding them into enjoying what they're going to be reading, hopefully.